What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? How are y'all feeling? Oh, I need a little bit more energy. How's everybody feeling? Wait, all right. What about that side? What about that side? How are y'all feeling? Nope. Turn that music down. Y'all in Detroit. Y'all here for Summit. One more time on the left. How are y'all feeling? All right, in the middle, how are we feeling? On the right, how are we feeling? How are we feeling all across the board? All right. Look, my name's Dhani Jones. I've been a part of the Summit community for a very, very, very long time. I wish I had the plus 2 years, but only some people have had that amazing opportunity to really be a part of this community in just such a magical and a meaningful way. I just want to give a round of applause to the entire Summit organization. Give them a round of applause, please. I must say, there's something powerful about gathering right here in this city. So people say, why Detroit? I say what? Why not Detroit? Because this is a city that knows how to build. And those that have been there have seen it also rebuilt. They know the bones of this city. They know the communities of this city. They know the towns of this city. They know the neighborhoods of this city. This city doesn't just talk about resilience. It ultimately lives resilience. Detroit has always been a place where bold ideas meet hard work. You can ask anybody that's wandering down Woodward, anybody that greets you in this building. Grit feels and fuels reinvention, and where legacy is something you shape with your own two hands. Why Summit? Why not Summit? I know a lot of people were asking the question when they first got the email. Brett talked about the phone call. This community is ultimately and has always been about action. It's about gathering the thinkers, the builders, the artists, the entrepreneurs who are ready not just to imagine the future, but to create it together. So why now? Why not now? Why not now? Because we're living in a time that demands courage, demands creativity, demands connection. And this week we have the chance to reflect, to stretch, to build, and to be transformed by one another. As soon as you got here, you saw someone, you hugged someone, you communicated with someone, you asked how they were doing. That's what we're going to be doing this entire weekend. Over the next few days, we'll experience cutting-edge science and innovation ideas that push boundaries and rewire what we thought was possible. At Summit, we only think about the possibilities and make the impossible possible. But just as powerfully, we'll spark the quieter revolutions, the ones that begin with us and the courage to grow, in the moments we choose to truly connect with ultimately each other. This is a gathering about legacy. Not the kind carved in stone, but the kind that ripples 17 years forward through relationships, ideas, and most importantly, action. That is Summit. So it is my distinct honor and pleasure to open this festival of creativity and collaboration with a gentleman who I've come to know for a very, very long time, who is one of the greatest poets, MCs, spoken word artists. He's become the fabric of the energetic vibration of this community. His work speaks of love, loss, hope, and change. This is really important. He reminds us that legacy isn't just what we leave behind, but how we make people feel along the way. He's an Emmy-nominated poet, a multi-platinum songwriter, and a long friend of Summit. Please welcome to the stage, NQ.
That was a really nice intro. Usually I warm up the crowd, but the crowd seems pretty warm. How you guys feeling? Come on, man. You got to give me more energy than that. How y'all feeling? Life is all about you and not at all about you. Now that's two opposing thoughts, and yet both of them are true. How can we experience everything we choose to do while observing the experience we're having from a higher view? See, it's the question, not the answer, that's the higher you. Otherwise, you couldn't differentiate between the two. Awareness, but of who? You think you hurt me, but I promise I was letting you. They say we're all one, but where have we been heading to? I'd rather die free than have to live inside a petting zoo. I am the journey that I'm getting to. Gratitude is my destination. My destiny is perfectly aligned with this location. I am the map, so my rhymes are like road signs. I have everything I want because my imagination's mine. But mine is not enough for me because I am not my mind. I could see it all and never get to see. I'm truly blind. I could be it all, but all identity is intertwined. The moon is only bright when it reflects the sun's shine. And I'm not entirely convinced I even write these lines because my DNA is coded by divine design. But if I manifest abundance while humanity is dying, I am equally responsible for all that I'm denying. See, you can tell the truth and still be lying. I did it for years. My perception was a funhouse mirror. And my projection was exaggerated on reality till my reflection back was nothing more than technicality. So who am I if I'm not who I am? What if I didn't have my name, or my age, or my wife, or my son, or my friends? If I didn't do my poetry, who would I be then? The things that I've become are not the things I truly am. And everything I think I own owns me in the end. Existence doesn't owe me anything. Quite the opposite. Existence will exist long after I am missed, so the art is more important than the artist is. It's not a human race. It's just the human race. There's nothing left to chase. We do not run this place. But both medicine and poison are acquired tastes, so I started taking selfies of somebody else's face. You will always find the evidence for what you choose to believe. You will always find the evidence for what you choose to believe. Starve your pain, find your ego. Starve your ego, find your beast. Starve your beast, find your truth. Find your truth, find your peace. You will always find the evidence for what you choose to believe. Say it. You'll always find the evidence for what you choose. So if you don't like your story, don't believe it. I used to prepare for the worst. Now I prepare for the best. I used to prepare to be cursed. Now I prepare to be blessed. I used to prepare to hear no. Now I prepare to hear yes. I used to prepare for disaster. Now I prepare for success. There is a difference between force and power. Force is yours. Power is ours. Of course, force uses power, and power uses force, but force is from the ego, while power is from the source. Force takes energy. Power gives energy. Force defends liberty. Power is divinity. And both are necessary as we travel through this life, but the older that I get, the more I notice there's a price. Force initiates to take its space. Power invites. Force pushes when it's insecure. Power steps aside. Force convinces people that it's right. Power just decides, then it leads by example, which is how it chooses sides. Force is mostly tired. It might get the job done, but it isn't having fun. It's controlling everyone. It's a struggle. It's a hustle. It's a habit. It's a muscle. It's in constant competition, so it's losing while it's winning. Power is mostly energized. You guys seem fucking sleepy to me. Are you enjoying this? Okay. Power's mostly energized. It's inspired. It's courageous and admired. It's contagious, so it spreads just like a fire, right from me to you to them. It's a win-win-win. It isn't perfect, but it does the best it can. And while force will make the same mistakes again and again and again, power tends to make a change or make amends to make it mend. Are you forcing? Are you fighting? Are you scrapping? Are you scraping? Do you hold so tight you're shaking while you're making what you're making? Do you hold so tight that light can't find its way inside your fists? You can swing at shadows in the night or loosen up your grip. Are you growing? Are you flowing? Are you willing to make shifts? Are you reaping what you're sowing? 'Cause you're powerful as shit. Shit. Welcome to the great unknowing. There's no knowing after this. That was a fucking big-ass step. There is only being, seeing which is which and when to switch. You're a human being doing. It's okay to throw a fit. It's okay to pick yourself up when you trip. It's okay to take a day and take a trip. It's okay to take an eighth and take a trip. As far as anybody knows, this is it. So we better make the most of what we get. What if you achieved your wildest dreams and everyone came true, but when you read your bio, somehow it just didn't feel like you? Were you ever really there? If it wasn't you, then who? Was there someone else who did the things this bio claims to do? Are you using all your tools, or are your tools using you? I want to make my bio blank, but would I start erasing too? You could burn my bio. Fuck it, put the ashes in a stew. I'll be nothing for you. Mix it up and make a witch's brew. I'll be nothing for you. That just means I get to be brand new. I'll be unattached to goals I set, and yet I'll see them through. There is a difference between force and power. Force is yours. Power is ours. Both are for heroes. One is for cowards. So shoot for the stars, but don't forget to smell the flowers. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Please welcome to the stage Van-Anh. Welcome to the stage, world-renowned artist and founder of Obey Giant, Shepard Fairey.
everyone. I'm honored to be here at Summit. There's so many incredible speakers, so many important ideas. I am a visual artist. I'm here to talk about not just visual art, but the importance of art in general. Why does art matter? Well, Thomas Wolfe said that the arts elevated to a set of ideas or beliefs is what creates culture. I think that that's true when art is allowed to thrive, when it's valued, when it's cultivated, when it's incubated, which it isn't always. So what is left to shape culture in the absence of the arts is sometimes not as lofty, not the North Star of good ideas that the arts can be, but I think the arts contribute really positively to culture, which is, the climate of our society. Do we want the climate to be warm and hospitable, or do we want it to be cold, brutal, selfish, petty, destructive? This is the idea that I think is so important to creators, and we all have the capacity to be creative, to solve problems with art, with technology, with science. All of these things are creative and they're about evolution, but I think the arts themselves, they cultivate the best part of our humanity. It touches the best part of who we are as individuals, and then when we share, it connects with the best part of the audience that's receiving that. And so for that reason, I think the arts have to permeate every important structure of society. Art leads with emotion. It evokes something in us, it makes us feel, and then our intellect wants to follow that. I was watching a talk earlier that was saying, we think that we're thinking creatures that sometimes feel, but we're really feeling creatures that sometimes think. And so this talk also said that we absorb so much information subconsciously that when we are going with our feelings, a lot of times it's more data that we're channeling. And so I think the arts connects with that intuitive side of who we are. Artists are leading shapers of civilization. I really think that when you look at what defines a society's success, often it's what are the values that are put across in the art. I know that that's something that I'm always trying to do with my art, but it's important for artists to have a vision that they can communicate that then inspires people to push things forward. Art is a really crucial part of evolution. The best creatives are creating beacons of aspiration, hope, and possibility. I personally believe in the inside-outside strategy, that there are a lot of structures that are in place that have had their use, but also can be susceptible to corruption. Working outside that system as a creative person to shift the narrative is really important, but also if you can infiltrate the system and make things better, then you obviously want to use that machinery to a progressive end, and to change the culture within the machine itself so that it works better for everyone. Really, the world is ours to shape, and creativity is often an undervalued way of shaping the world. But to see something that somebody has said is impossible and make it possible, that's what we can do. And the way that art can really create an idea of what we want to achieve, and then it's just our job to creatively solve that problem, that's up to us. So, the world that we want to live in and share with others is up to us to create, and I think that the arts are a tremendous part of that, and I will keep trying to achieve that with what I do. And I know all of you are creative or you wouldn't be here, so let's do it together.
In the spirit of defining legacy, we gather tonight not just to exchange ideas amongst one another, but to honor the extraordinary change makers who came well before us. It's a profound privilege to be here, right here, in this building in Detroit, a city whose history is woven with courage, creativity, and transformation. Many of you, I'm sure, because I didn't know, on this very street right now, in June of 1963, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. led 125,000 people in the March to Freedom and delivered what would be an early version of his I Have a Dream speech. Right here, to the people of Detroit, the people of this city. We want to share with you something very special tonight. Summit, as amazing as it is, Summit continues to be even that much more amazing in the things that it does and what it finds. Well, Summit uncovered a pretty special piece of vinyl, a record, an audio playing for the speech that was delivered on this very street almost 61 years ago to the day. What we're about to hear is an audio that didn't even exist in the King Center archives. Let's take a listen together.
I go back believing that the new day is coming. And so this afternoon I have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day, right down in Georgia and Mississippi and Alabama, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to live together as brothers. I have a dream this afternoon. I will go out with you and transform dark yesterdays into bright tomorrows. With this faith, we will be able to achieve this new day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing with the Negroes in the spiritual of all, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty.
As we reflect on these powerful words from the past, we'd also like to honor those in the present who continue to make this dream a reality.
So we'd like to take a moment to honor the life's work of a living legend, an exceptional human being that leads with such compassion and heart, and a guiding light to us over at Summit as we've built over the past 17 years, His Holiness, the Dalai Lama.
We take this moment to honor the profound depth of his influence, a life devoted to moral courage, spiritual leadership, and truth.
Although he could not be here in person with us in Detroit, as his 90th birthday is just around the corner, he took time to write the Summit community a personal letter that's going to set the tone for this entire week and beyond. I want to shout out community member Katie Sager for making this all possible.
And with that, we'd like to invite none other than Dr. Bernice A. King, the daughter of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Coretta Scott King, to join us on stage for this monumental occasion.
It is now. I love this crowd. You guys are so warm. So it is now with great respect we welcome Dr. Bernice King.
Good evening. It is a joy and delight to join you on this evening and to share a special message from His Holiness the Dalai Lama. My warm greetings to all participants in this year's Summit Detroit taking place later this week. I'm touched by your kind gesture to mark my 90th birthday as part of your Plenary at Summit series. As you come together in reflection and collaboration, I'm heartened by your shared commitment to create a more peaceful and compassionate world. May I mention here that one of my main commitments is promoting human values such as compassion, forgiveness, tolerance, contentment, and self-discipline. I'm also an admirer of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s courageous vision, moral clarity, and commitment to nonviolence and justice. Although sadly I was unable to meet him in person, it has been my pleasure to hear his wife, Coretta Scott King, talk about him. Since Dr. King's example continues to inspire new generations across the world, I'm pleased to know that you are also honoring his youngest daughter, Dr. Bernice King, who is taking part in the summit, and the King family for their enduring commitment to peaceful means and human dignity. Yeah. Compassion is the basis of happiness. It's essential for our own peace of mind and for the very survival of humanity. At a time when the world is facing great challenges, we must embrace our basic human nature to care for others, to act with kindness, and to recognize the deep interdependence between all beings to ensure the flourishing of humanity. Now is the time for each of you taking part in this summit and for people across the world to cultivate compassion with courage and inner strength. We must recognize the oneness of humanity, understanding that we all want to be happy and none of us wants to suffer. The more we extend our care and concern for others, the more we will thrive together. May this gathering and the summit community be a source of renewed hope, thoughtful action, and enduring connection. And may each of you find ways to put compassion into action now and in the days ahead, with prayers and good wishes. June 2nd, 2025.
Good evening. Or as the Wailers would say, Wagwan! How are you feeling? All right, let's agree upon one thing. The correct response would be Irie. So how are we feeling? All right. So first of all, I want to say that we are very grateful to be here and give you a little taste of what we are about to do tomorrow. Spread a little love, spread a little health and wellness in our style, in the musical style. So we had to bring some special guests. So I want to introduce to you Dames Brown. Dames Brown are from here. Dames Brown are from Detroit, so please support your local artists. Are you going to sing without a mic? All right. You'll do it right there. Yeah. Grab a mic so the people can hear you. Yeah. They're professionals, though. No, that's not a funny thing. These ladies are signed to Defected label, and they go all across the world making beautiful EDM music. So it's basically like two worlds meeting, right? Across a big divide, a big musical divide. And that's kind of what reggae music does. We bring things, people, hearts, souls, and minds together. And in this time, this age, on this earth, right now, I mean, you've all seen the news today. We need to become one. Yeah. If you want to applaud for anything, that is something to applaud for. That's the thing that reggae music does. It unifies. It unifies in a heart, unifies in the soul, and it gives you food for thought. Now, everybody here knows Bob Marley, right? Right. Bob Marley had a good friend back then, and that good friend was the bass player and the leader of the Wailers at the time. And after Bob died, the Wailers continued to bring the message all across the world, and it was the bass player, the leader of the Wailers, that did that. That man's name was Aston Family Man Barrett. Yes. Last year, Aston Family Man Barrett was called upon for a high mission by the Lord Almighty, Jah Rastafari. Right? Yeah. Yes. But the mission had to continue. So before he left, he put the mission in the hands of his very capable son, who is a bass player, who is also the leader of the Wailers. Today he plays acoustic guitar. So please make some noise for Aston Barrett Jr. Right? The thing with reggae music is, as we all know, you have to have a rhythm section. That's the drum and the bass. Well, we're just giving you a taste, so we're going to keep the drum to ourselves. But we did bring the bass. And Family Man had a student, his best student and a good friend, and he's all the way out here. Not everybody will see him, but everybody will hear him, everybody will feel him. And after we're done, Alla Unu will love him. Make some noise for Owen Dreddy Reed. Now, we've all seen the Bob Marley movie. No? Ah, okay. This man played his father in that movie. Yes. I think that's an applause, yeah. So, just a little indication of how important reggae music is for modern culture, how deeply the message is rooted in today's society. We're going to do a little quiz. Don't worry. Wow, Detroit. About a thing, 'cause every little thing, that's Detroit, I know. Right? Another one. No woman. No woman. See it there? They know it. All right, so now here's what we're going to do. We're going to give you a little taste just to wet your beak, to make you a little hungry, right? So how we feeling? Detroit, come on, no man. We've made this, we've had this talk. The answer is Irie. How we feeling? Play it, no man. And if you know the words, only if you know the words. I'm not so sure anymore, Detroit. You can sing along. Ladies, don't worry about a thing. Don't you worry about a thing, no.
Every little thing gonna be alright.
Gonna be alright. Sing it.
Don't worry
Don't you worry
about a thing.
Don't you worry about a thing, no.
Every little thing's gonna be alright.
Listen, rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. 3 little birds sit by my doorstep, singing sweet songs, a melody's pure and true, singing.
This is my message to you.
I love it, Detroit. We're singing.
Don't worry
Don't you worry
about a thing.
But now, I want to hear everybody sing this one. Are you ready? Rise up this morning, born with the rising sun. Doing what? About what? Singing, this is my message to you. Beautiful people here, let me hear you.
Don't worry
Don't you worry.
about a thing.
No, don't you worry about a thing. No.
Every little thing gonna be alright.
It's gonna be alright. Sing it.
Don't worry
Don't you worry.
about a thing.
No, don't you worry about a thing. No.
Every little thing is gonna be alright.
One more time. Everybody.
Don't worry about a thing.
Don't you worry about a thing. No.
Every little thing's gonna be alright.
It's gonna be alright. Sing it.
Don't worry
Don't you worry.
about a thing.
No, don't you worry about a thing. No.
Every little thing
It's gonna be alright. Rastafari. Thank you, Detroit. Aston Barrett Jr. James Brown. Owen Dreddy Reed. My name is Mitchell Brunings. Thank you so much.